Yes, indeed. As one door closes on a one-day special, another one is about to be kicked in because our Lou's here with StudioLight and another one-day special. And what a one-day special we have got for you.
Go,
2 hours, Lou.
I know, I didn't realise. La, 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 la. 2 hours?
Sauntered in.
2 hours? Who said that?
Mindy, for 2 hours we've got.
You poor person.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. I've been counting down the days. So, I really have. I've been looking at the road. Oh, it's been lovely.
No, I'd be like carrying on.
One day special time. These are phenomenal.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Absolutely stunning.
Beautiful. Lovely. New. Brand new.
So we're getting, let's do the boring stuff first. Brand new, £29.99, 321708. 20 dies.
I know.
20 dies in total for £29.99.
That's £1.45 each.
For die.
No, it isn't, is it?
No, it's not.
No, it isn't. 20 dies. Or whatever.
It's a bargain.
It's £1 and something, isn't it? £1 and 10p or something.
£1.49. You are right.
Right.
£1.49 a die. You're saving £10, but you can do so much with them.
Yeah, these are. We was having a chat with them and saying like, what do you think? What do you like? I said, I know the people out there. They really like the dies, and they like the lace dies, but we love tags, but we love the little, and they just took it all on board and they said, right, okay, so these have all been in the planning for over a year now, but yeah, they do listen, and that's classic, because these are all individual as well. You don't have to have them as one, you can have them on their own, they cut in, they cut out. Yeah, some nice stuff.
They do a lot. So this is your first one. Remember, you can only buy them as a set. You can't get them individually. They're only coming as a 4. So this is your first shape that you're getting. Yeah. Very ornate.
It is, and again, they do some dies that open double, and this is one of the doubles. But this is great for your journaling and your tip-ins. So. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to show you some of them later on.
You could also close them up for invitations if you wanted to.
Yeah, they look great, and they're great for you know, what they're called, not seals. They're like jackets, you know, card jackets and things.
Oh, that you would fold over and then. But so you could fold them round and you could pop other things into them if you wanted to. The next one along, once again, good sizes as well.
Massive. They are really big, and don't forget, each one of them has got a layering die, as you said, 20 dies in it. So it might only look like the single, but each one's got a layer in it within it.
It really has. So in this one, in fact, you've got three dies. If I bend that back,
you've got the outside, two larger layering dies, and 2 layering dies of the insert as well. So on some of them, but yeah, they're beautiful. They all work together. I tell you what, I cut out 2 out of card before, and it was like cutting through butter. So you can use it as a lace, and these are the papers we've got in, and they're just stunning, absolutely stunning. And they look nice with lace on. They
do.
Real
but just
addition.
imagine, I know they don't, but you could have them any way that you wanted to. You could really go to town with these. The flourishes at the bottom. I know this is this way. Very busy for these already. They are dispatched from the 16th of January. I love this one.
This one is a great one because it's got a tag element to it, but it's also got the fixture that you don't need to have the bottom one if you don't want it. But it cuts the hole for the tag, but also the reinforcer as well, so you get the 2 little holes. But then it fits with all the other tags we've got, so building them up time after time, they look brilliant.
It really is. There's so much you can do with them as well. And last but no means least, this reminds me of the old dressing...
It's like the dressing table glass mirrors, isn't it?
Like when you used to get changed and throw your jeans over the top and a little nightie.
Well, yeah, whatever floats your boat.
Hey, that's just a weekend for me. But you've got your birthday.
Look at that.
That's stuck in that fiver, so you can't get it out.
Can't get that out, Carolyn, can you? Lummy neck.
She stuck that in. But you could use them for little money wallets as you wanted to, because they do all fold down.
Yeah.
You can really go to town with them. But then you can also use them. Like rigid if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can use them as like a triptych. So if you cut them out a few times, they become quite strong, and you know you can throw a lot of not equipment, that's not right, materials from a lot of equipment.
You can come with a lot of equipment. There you go.
I meant materials. I just got visions of you people using them as skittles, but you know what I mean.
And so it begins.
Oh, the faux pas.
I also like these as well because you could turn it into a tiny little frame.
That's it, yeah. And you could almost, like the Victorian, put little tea lights near it and stuff. Quite nice.
They are beautiful. £29.99. 321708 is your item number. Very, very busy for your one-day special. But now, 10% already gone. 10% is already gone, and we're 5 minutes in. Now, I want you to hold your horses a second. Please.
Hey.
Just for me until I get to the end of it. Because this is very... It's not confusing, but there's a lot of elements you can buy in different combinations. All I'm going to say is you can have all of this for £54.96. If you're a Freedom member, you can have all of this for £49.46. All that money.
Really? That's good, isn't it?
£49.46, and you are getting all... Are you sure this is right? Because this...
You know, the stamps. You've got 4 sets of stamps. Set of watercolour pens, a set of
watercolour paints, the pens.
and the good ones
the
then.
4 lots of stamps
Chipboard.
and 2 chipboards in there as well. £49.46. 495419 is your item number. If you're going to go for it, I would go for it now. Right, we'll break it down. And then I've been doing a bit of maths for you as well. So, we'll start with your chipboard.
Yep.
I love this.
Yeah, this is one of the first things I noticed is I liked the fact that it resembles a lot of the die cuts that they've brought out in the past. So this will go with the dies and also the other stuff you might already have. So it's clever. I like this. Innie and outer, sorry.
No.
The innie and outies work. The bits that fall out are really good as well.
I was thinking there's so much you can do with it. There's so many mediums you can do. If I turn that way,
yeah,
that might be easier for you to see what you're actually getting, and then it will pull out like.
Yeah.
Because you get an awful lot for your money here. So you're getting the innies, you're getting the outies, you're also getting the music in there as well. But you could use the waste as stencils.
Oh, totally, yeah. I was just thinking that myself. Because you've got some nice negative elements in that, haven't you? To create shadows and stuff.
It is beautiful, like the musical notes that you've got in there. So that's only one element. You can buy them individually in different combinations. Bottom of the screen, if we're going to flash up a load of different combinations you can buy. But if I was you, I'd go for what's on the side of the screen. If your money will allow, go for what's on the side of the screen for the sheer fact you're getting an awful lot. Then we're moving on to stamps. Yeah. Clear stamps. But once again, stamps that you can use all year round. Yeah,
these are Jenine, and the ranges with Jenine as well, with the papers we've got later. And they're really classy, really lovely. And she does a mindfulness, so she's got some lovely, just simple sentiments on there. And they're also in Dutch, which I quite like. So I like the way that they're incorporating both now, the Dutch market and the British market. So, yeah, and they're really easy to use, really, really user-friendly. They're quite big as well. They're not little. No, they're fair size, and they've lots of open space, so you can watercolour and everything with them.
So talking about watercolour, so not only have you get these, you're also getting your watercolour with 2 water brushes as well.
Yeah, and it's a full range. Put my little colour chart in there.
Yours comes
got
like
some
this.
great names in the. Yeah, yours comes like that, and you put your own colours in. But it's got some great names, like Serenity and I can't remember. And there's, I think it's what growth, history, stability,
loyalty, freedom, hope, harmony, stability,
creativity.
I might have my living room. I might have my living room positivity. I
might have it a bit of freedom. No, some really good names, but it's to do with the mindfulness words and that, isn't it?
I like the way you've got brain parts in there.
Yeah.
And you're also getting your pens.
Well, they're water, yeah, because at first I thought, are these the alcohol ones? But they're actually the water-based ones, so you can use them. And these all tonally go with the papers, the stamps. So if you want to create depth and and shadow and tone, especially tone, great. We've got a few little samples here from some of the DT, and yeah, you know, you can see the watercolour discs.
They are beautiful. Now, I've been doing some maths for you. If you go for the complete bundle and your one-day special, so pretend you're not a Freedom member. Why you're not a Freedom member, I don't know, because this is one of those deals where you really should become a Freedom member. If you're not a Freedom member, the one-day special is £29.99. If you're going for the entire collection, it will be £54.96. Remember, then you can split the cost, because your one-day special is on flexible payments, so that'll be a first flexi pay of £42.47 today, plus your postage and packaging, and then £42.47 in a month's time. £42.47 for all of this that you're currently seeing. If you're a Freedom member, £29.99 for your one-day special, £49.46 for your bundle, the amazing bundle, which then splits that down, so that's £39.72 today, plus, well, it's a delivered price. £39.72 today, and £39.72 in a month's time.
It's good, don't it? When you think how much watercolours are set on their own now, they're really expensive watercolours.
They really are.
And you've got a full set there, and they're not, and they're really good. I mean, I'm going to show you how to use them now, and they're really, really good
We've
quality.
been told we're going to have to move on. 15% of the bundle has already gone. 15% of the entire
I'm on for
bundle.
2 hours. You better leave me some
have
tonight.
already gone. Rice papers
these
we're
are
moving on
gorgeous.
to next.
These are lovely.
These are busy already.
These are gorgeous papers. These are special.
These are beautiful. I'm going to use that word a lot, I feel,
I
this
think
hour.
so. And I think they're a little bit different. They're not all like, not all fancy. You know, like
your flowers and
yeah,
your,
they're not
your
all.
tulips
They've got
and your...
something a bit different, and you can use them all as a proper page, or you could use them as bits like, you know, there's elements in there. There's a lot of rice papers that the whole sheet is that fancy you don't want to use it.
Yeah, that's quite spooky looking.
I love it when it's like that.
That little bit of like cobwebs on the
Yeah,
top.
the
20% did you say, Ross? 20% of the rice papers have already gone and we're 12 minutes in. It's the first time you've seen. That's nice.
Now this goes with the papers we've got coming up as well. I like this one. I love that.
That's quite Inspector Cluedo-esque.
Yeah, it is. It's sort of Art Deco, isn't it? It's ransom notes and stuff.
And then...
See, that's pretty, isn't it? That's beautiful. When you see the papers, it all makes sense, sort of thing.
Rice papers, though, £14.99, 361868 is your item number. You're getting all 12 A4, 12 rice papers, £14.99. Two of each.
That's good, isn't it? Normally,
60 times 2 of each.
That'll be, because I've seen it, £2 a piece.
Gee. So that's good value for money is what you're going on. £1.25
That's
each.
good, that. Because, I mean, I have seen, and I know that when they first come out, that £2 was about right. And you can all have a look, that it was costing that some people to buy.
So you're getting 12, 2 of each, so 60 times for £14.99. 361868 is your item number. Talking of 12 by 12s, these match perfectly with the entire collection.
Yeah, and there's something a little bit different. These aren't all wishy-washy either. I mean, that one, I love that one. I think that is so cool because it's something a bit different. And it's you could do so much with that.
Well, you could, because you've got all the elements that you've got here. So you've got that bit of mesh at the back, so you could really go to town with your chicken wire, maybe put that on. You could, but it's beautiful. Then, I'm going to spin that around as well, because you've also got that rust background.
Yep. I mean, I did, if you go online in the next few days, I did a couple of YouTube specials for Hochanda. And another one, I did some today, and it was using some of these, so...
Oh, so have a little look at the
you'll see one.
Facebook page.
Now, that's beautiful, and yet, look at the other side, it's like quite gorgeous, isn't it? I love that. That'd be great on boxes.
So remember, they are double-sided, but I've just got 2 of the same. It's just saved me flipping them around. Then... Oh, look at these.
I love these. I like the words because they could just be on your own.
And that's the back.
That's got to be one of my favourites, that one.
I love this.
Because that one just, you could just put that.
In a frame itself.
And that'll be it, wouldn't it? You don't need to do anything else.
It's stunning. These are, look at these, and once again, these are back to back as well. This one though, it's quite dreamlike.
Yeah, and it almost looks like foliage and trees, doesn't it?
Yeah, depending on that. If you had it,
and clouds and night sky and.
I suppose you've got trees here. Look, you could have, you put
dust
or a black silhouette of the London skyline.
Oh, you could, couldn't you?
And then you've got all that maybe smoke that's in there, like a little Peter Pan.
It'd be a great Halloween one, though, wouldn't it?
You are getting 12 of the 12 by 12 papers, £9.99. £9.99. 440712 is your item number. Let me just. I've got to show you these.
This is one by H, and she's used the dragonfly again, and it's with some of the other stuff that from the other range, so it all works together. And this one's by Carolyn. So, you know, similar things, but very different in styles, very different.
They are, but they are stunning. £9.99, 440712 is your item number. Last but no means least, Dicot Blocks.
Yeah, these are quite popular because these, you get everything in these. You get, you know, elements of paper, but then you get the actual cards that, the elements that you can push out and make into cards. So they have a great little recipe at the top that you can follow, and then you can use that as a topper, or you can sort of, you see at the top, it gives you how it could look. So it gives you how it could look.
So this is how it could look. This is what you can actually make from this page. And you could use that as a topper on its own.
Well, it's great for a gift card, that, you know. So if you've got a present, you make the card, a gift card with the other one. So it works quite well.
It all works well. So you've got Dream Saturdays, and then you've got Industrial 3.0.
They work well with some of these papers we've got as well. And even though Janine's is quite dreamy and very, very elegant, this elegant will go on top of this, believe it or not, because it really works together, yeah.
This would work wonders with those papers. Also, the rice papers as well.
Absolutely.
This would be amazing. At £9.99, you haven't got to pick which one you want. You're getting both of these for £9.99. 779544 is your item number. Now, we worked out before the hour, you can have the entire show, so everything on the show, if you're not a Freedom member, for £119.92. You can split that cost into two, £59.96. £59.96. £59.96, you can have the whole lot.
That's a lot there then, isn't there?
Over two payments. If you're a Freedom member, it gets even better. It would be £114.42. Or £57.21 for the entire counter. Two flexible payments plus your postage and packaging on your first payment, and you're getting everything that you're going to see Lou use over the next 24 hours. It might be having a little think about if I was you.
That's good. That was a big counter, that minute. I'm just thinking that'd be like Christmas again, and that's a secret.
Imagine all this landing on your doorstep.
Well, you wouldn't mind now, because you could say you got it in sales, and it's not wrong, isn't it?
If you're a Freedom member, it's delivered price. You haven't got to pay P&P on it all.
That's really good.
It's worth having a little think about. If I was you, though, I'd work it out yourself by looking at the website. There's so many different bargains. You might want to put different combinations on there as well. Maybe you just want the watercolours. Maybe you want the pens and the stamps. Maybe you want the grey board and the stamps, and you want the one-day special as well. The one-day special, very, very busy on the one-day special now as well. The details are on the screen for everything. Flick, meander at your will, but come back to us because we have a lot of demonstrations through this as well. If there's anything you'd like to see Lou use as well, if you have any questions, please do email in. We are here for 2 hours this evening. studio@hochanda.com. I think Lou needs that little boost because Lou's got 3 of these.
2 hours?
No, you've got this 2 hours, and you've got an hour off for a quick cup of tea. And then you're back on again. And then we'll see you at 9 o'clock in the morning.
I'm doing one, me. Right. So, anyway, I'm going to do something pretty and not so pretty. But I've got this, and I really like these. And I really like this idea of having this open in the middle. And I was thinking about layering, but I think I might do that in a bit. So, what I've got is the papers. Any of these papers would work, absolutely any, and they'd work with all the stuff we've got. I mean, if you look at this here, and some of the dyes going back to not so long ago with the grunge and the industrial, so all these work. Clever, clever, clever. And then don't forget, keep hold of these, because I actually use these later on.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because sometimes if I think, oh, I need a colour, I keep these, and I think, oh yeah, brown, and that goes with it, and that goes with it.
Oh, so you work what goes together as well.
Yeah, so it's a real little, clever little, because sometimes you just think, oh, I don't know what to put on there. So anyway, I've got a heart, I've got these MDF hearts. You can have them any size you want. I've got some, you can use any glue. I've got this fast tack stuff is amazing, but I don't want to use it, it's like special, so I'm like, no, I'm not. Well, I can't use that because it's not even open.
Do you want to open it?
No, you might use a bit of this.
No, this is our deal of the day that Lou was using
good,
as
that.
well.
I think Paola was using the other one, wasn't she?
Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Excellent, thank you. Right, so what I'm doing is, this glue that I'm using now is for rice paper, so it's got a very different viscosity. It's more like milk, whereas this is, oh, look at that, get in. That's like, oh, hey, full cream.
Look at that.
So, oh, it is, it's really strong, that's good. So what you need to do is make sure, it's not so much at the end, in the middle of your MDF, it's at the edges where, if you're not careful, that's what makes it look really, well, it looks a bit dodgy if it's all curling up. So you need to make sure that it's well stuck down, yeah. So all I've done is, I've just put that there. Now I'm using that, but I can still use that because I won't waste that. So all I'm going to do is quickly just cut that round. Now I don't want to waste any of that, so I'm just going to be quite frugal.
Best way to be.
Frugal. Right, so when you do this, it's always easier to take the majority of the, oh, it is fast tack, that glue. Blooming heck, it's good. So take the majority of the bulk off, and then you've not got to spend 2 hours sanding it. But then I always like to just get a sanding block and just take that off. Now I can already tell that I've not put enough glue on that edge there. Now it doesn't matter if you've got a bit, can you see here? That's, see, you think you've covered all the areas, but majority of the time you've not put enough on. I don't tend to put enough glue on, not too much. I used to always put buckets full on, and then I used to think, oh, it takes forever to dry. But now I don't put enough on, so, right, so all I'm doing is just taking the edge, and if you can see, by doing this, you're actually warming up the glue and it seals it down. So you're not, yeah, so that actually makes it stick better, and it just looks better anyway. It's sort of, you haven't got a sort of bump on it, you've got more of a, what is it, not an arm brake, like a blend, not a blend, what's it called, chamfer, like a chamfer.
Oh, like a chamfered edge?
Yeah, rather than a sort of page that's stuck on, and to me that always looks better, plus the ink on it gets sucked up really easy, and you get a great edge on it. Right, so all I've done is that. My advice is make sure that when you're using stuff like this, that, the dust you get rid of, because that's not, you don't want to be breathing that in. So I've got that. I've got my wonderful stamps, and I've got a little bit of, I've got basically everything I can think of, but first things I want to do is using my StudioLight stencils, which I can say there's something for everything here.
There is. You might be able to find those on the website. If you shop by brand, they will be on the website for you. We've bought these. We have bought these a lot.
Oh yeah,
I've seen these.
I love these. I mean, there's something for everybody. Like I say, whether it's ornate or whether it's just something like an overall pattern. And all I'm going to do is just create a little bit of interest using these. Like inks and sort of adding texture to it. I'm not trying to be too fancy with it. I just want to create a little bit more depth to it. So I'm just going to use one of these, and I'm just going to gently just add a little bit, change colour, so that it resembles the
Look at that.
The rust. Because what I don't want it to do is look like it's... Sometimes if you just go straight in with colours, it can end up looking too false, and you want it to look like it's actually been there before. Right, here we go. Walnut stain is that one. Oh, I do that all the time.
Wrong lids.
Wrong lids. Now, to warm it all up, because I've got 3. To warm that up now, I need to put in a bit of the, well, vintage photo. So just, and this will warm these colours up now.
It's one of these things that's not to be scared.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you don't like this, you just put a bit of white paint on it and just start again. It's so easy to do, and that's the scary part, is like just letting go. Once you've let go, you're laughing. So all I've done is just take, the MDF has got this brown colour anyway, and just by adding this to it, now that doesn't look like it's, so I've sort of put too much on. It looks like it's part of it anyway. So you've got that nice, elegant look. Now what I'm going to do is get a tiny bit of, now you'll find this on the website. That's not the one. There we go, light moulding paste. Now I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to add a tiny bit of colour with this. So this is light moulding paste, and you will find this on the website. And all I'm going to do is just add a little bit more texture. So this is a very light form of moulding paste. It's got a tiny bit of texture to it, but not so much that it's like a grit. But all I'm going to do now is create a coloured version. So I'm just trying to get rid of that because it's in the way. Right. So, now, it will dry with a white edge to it, but I'm hoping that if, went through someone's teeth there. I'm hoping if I can sort of do it right, I can get some orange streaks in it like rust.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to go, so I've got this here, so this hedge here, I put an edge, put an H in it where they're in, well, because I'm from Manchester, we don't have H's there. And I'm going to put just here, but you'll see that it's sort of mingled the colour. There's light bits, dark bits.
We really got light and shade in there.
Yeah.
It's like...
And you can do that with any moulding paste, but there's just going to be little bits that are heavier than lighter. So I'm not wasting that.
Oh, look at that.
So what you could do is just pull it off the stencil that's already there, and just, you'll get like a little bits of it.
The details on the screen are for your one-day special. Very busy for your one-day special at the moment. These
die cuts will go for everything. Everything that you've got, they'll fit in everything. They're really clever by doing that. StudioLight know what they're doing, because they're not just a one-trick pony. They'll work for loads of things. Sorry, I'm just going to get this up because I'm going to be using some paints on here, and I'm going to be using the watercolour paints. And although I wouldn't normally do this, I don't want it to interfere with the watercolour paints. Now, at the end of the watercolour paints, I have got these 3 colours. Now, I don't remember the names at all. So
bring your colour thing
go
back.
on then, please. But I've got these 3 here, and these are pretty good. And these are Wisdom, Elegance and Stability. Now, I've just been doing my own little trick, so that means I've just
sprayed them all.
Yeah, and you have to wake them by giving them a squirt. So you don't need to, doesn't take long, but what I'm going to do is just little tiny bits. Now, there's the orange, not the orange, the rusty colour in it, but I want to take that down a little bit. You see how strong these pigments
really
are?
I'm going to say as well, though, if you want the watercolours on their own, you can get them on their own. We'll give the details for the watercolours just on their own. But they do come, they're £19.99, which once again is an amazing price for a set of watercolours.
It is. It is a really good price, that. And I'm going to put a tiny bit of purple with it, just to cool it down a little bit. And the purple sort of gives it that little bit of an edge. It warms it, but without it being too much.
So would you say, if you're doing projects like this, use a proper paintbrush, not the water brushes.
Well, the only reason I'm using this is because there's no water in them. But you can use them.
Okay.
All it is that, I'll be honest with you, I got these out and I forgot to put water in them. So you can either or.
Oh, okay, I just didn't know.
But it's entirely up to you, whichever you prefer to do. I mean, like I say, this is great for when you go out and you're out and, sketching and whatever you want to do, bird watching. So
the watercolours and the pens. Sorry to chip in there.
No.
The watercolours and the pens together there's another combination, so you can go. Oh, what was it? Oh, the big bundle. Sorry. Oh, sorry, Ross. The big bundle. Sorry, a quarter of the stock of the big bundle. The big bundle, a quarter of the stock has now gone. I was going to say I didn't think I saw a bundle for the pelts and the pens together.
all I'm doing is I'm creating a little bit of a wash and and I'll show you what the purple does to it now. It just tames it down, but it doesn't look like it's done much, but it has. And you can just drop this in while it's wet and it will dry. And as it dries, it will sink into all those little areas and the paste itself will curl up, suck up all the edges of those colours. So you get some great, absolutely brilliant techniques. You can't reproduce these. You have to sort of let it
go.
Yeah, let it do its own little thing. But this is just a simple background that created just a little bit of paste. But these paints, for watercolour paints, I'm very impressed with them. So I've added a little bit here and a little bit here. I just need to. There's a great colour called Wisdom here, and it's almost like
grey.
Yeah, it's a beautiful colour. So I'm happy with that. I need it to dry. I've got an area here that still needs work on it, but I was thinking, why not get some of these wonderful. We've all got bits of these papers we've got here, and I was looking, and we've got some browns and some golds, and this is Fannin. We've had this on the show. I brought this to you before, but you don't need to do this. You could have a bit of gauze or anything, but this colour works really well with the papers and everything we've got on the show. Because if you notice some of the paper colours, we've got this, and I'll show you in this as well. In the paper pens, you'll see there's those colours there which tie in with that. So I thought, why not get a little bit of this? Now, you don't need a lot because less is more with this.
A third of the rice papers have also sold out as well. So a third of the rice papers have now gone. This is a very busy launch to your StudioLight one-day special. Here are your rice papers. You are getting 6 designs, 2 designs of each. Or you're getting 12. 12 in total is what you're getting. £14.99 as well. 361868.
Well, there's talking of rice papers.
Like it's planned.
It wasn't this actually, because I planned all sorts, but not. So there's this little bit here, and you can see it's got the green, and it's got the rust in it. So I'm only going to use a little bit. I'm not using a lot. I don't like to. You're not wasting it. It's just that to me, I have to really want to know where I'm putting this. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit, and I'm just going to put, I want a focal point just there, but I want it to just sort of disappear. Right, I'm going to keep that because I like that. That's better. Right, so as you can see, I've gone for a little bit of the brown where it's got the wood, the brickwork, and I've got a little bit of this where it's got the tealy colour in it. But I just want to sort of see whether this will work underneath it. So all I'm going to do is just, and this is all now about adding little tiny bits of texture. Now, if you don't want the glue to show in any way, add glue. I'm not using that brush, that's a good brush. Add a tiny bit of the colour that's left on your palette to your glue, and that'll take any, it'll take
the white away.
Yeah, of course it does, yeah. And then just a little bit. Now this is rice paper glue, so it's very fine glue. You can find this on the website. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of this on. And what happens is with this glue, you can just, it sort of allows the edges to be free, but it doesn't, how can I put it? Sometimes if you try and do this with ordinary glue, it's that strong, the glue.
Sticks everything down.
Yeah, before you know it, you've got your fingers, your face, half your legs, you know what I mean? Your whole body's attached to it. So it's a way of just, a slight exaggeration there, you know what I mean? But then I'm going to just, I've changed my mind, but this is made for rice paper, and you can see I could put this down without any worrying, and you've just got layers, and now that does not look like it's ever been anywhere else but there. I just love this, being able to just, and
Put it on, look at that.
you only need a little bit, you don't need a lot. And then what I would do, there's a little bit here, but I'm just going to put little bits, and again mixing with your colour, and tiny bits. All you want is that texture. You just want a tiny bit of the texture
Just
to
like
come
you
through.
sand it all the way back, and that's what
Yeah,
the original
absolutely.
heart looked like with that
Yeah.
teal that's already on there.
And you can almost, I mean, I'm not too sure whether it needs that or not. I mean, you might put that across there. You just, and then all I'm going to do, tiny bit there. Do I like that? I actually don't like it, so I'd leave that. So I've got that, quite happy, leave that to dry. I would put more colour on here. What I might do, which I'm just looking at that, is take a little bit of the purple and then this Serenity, and I'll just drop in a little bit of this Serenity into areas of this.
As that adds that teal colour that you've already got.
Yeah, but it might look heavy going at the moment, but by the time that's dried, it won't be. So I've just put that in there. It looks a lot darker than it actually will, but you can see it's tying. I mean, next week I've got these fanning and all this on the show, and I've got a really good educational class on how to use watercolours next week. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to these. They're going to be quite a regular thing with StudioLight. So here I'm just blending the two together. Really happy with that. Really happy. It's not often you hear me say that. And just a tiny bit of green up here. Now, I'm happy. I'm going to leave that to dry. I think that's, to me, you see, I haven't glued it well enough there, but the nice thing about this is you've got that huge nozzle there.
Well, then we'll leave you to let that dry.
Sure.
And then we will come back.
It's 22.
I know, this is
Flipping
it's
heck.
flying by. It's absolutely flying by.
Wow.
But what it's also very busy of the one-day special. We're extremely busy. This is the one-day special. It's 4 dies is what you're getting. Not just 4 dies, 20 dies in total. Each one is split up. This is the easiest one to show you. And each one is split up with the outer edge, then all the other edges that you'll actually need that's on there. So you really can see that you can split them all up. There we go. So you can split them up. So you're getting 20 dies in total is what you're getting for £29.99. Dispatch from the 16th of January, but once you die cut them out, you are getting some beautiful pieces of work. You could fold these in if you wanted to. Fold them out, take one off, take them both off. So you've got that beautiful square. You are getting so much for your money. Then you're also getting, look at these. So these are the stamps from the next bundle I'm going to bring you as well, which is absolutely stunning. But look at the shapes that you're getting, 20 dies in total. Sort of like a little pencil shape, like a blunted pencil that you're getting. Also, a little bunting tag you could use it for as well if you wanted to hang it as little bunting. You could turn it the other way around if you wanted to, use it as a rocket. But there's so many things you could, there's so many possibilities. Don't just see it for what it is. What I also like as well, it is a tag-shaped die because you also get the little eyelets in there. So you can make the little eyelets as well, so you can really use them as tags. It all interlocks together, so that ticket ripping at the bottom, so you could turn it into tickets. And then you could make your own little money wallets with the last one, so you can really make those tiny little money wallets that you want. Then, look at these, a little photo frame. But it is like that little tiny divide that you used to get change behind. You used to have it at a zigzag, didn't you, and walk behind, and that used to be amazing. But there's so many things you can do with them, and there's so many possibilities you could use for them as well. The rice papers that we've got on the show, the 12 by 12 papers that we've got on the show as well, the stamps that we're going to see next, all will work with these dies, and also whatever you've also got in your crafty stash. Remember, There's StudioLight. Over 20% of the stock has already gone here, and we have a massive stock to start, but already 20% of this stock has gone. £29.99. 321708 is your item number. Moving on down the counter. Now this is a complete bundle if you want it to be. There are other possibilities, but a third of the stock now has already gone here. A third of the stock has already gone. What are you getting? You are getting your grey board. So if I show you this so you actually know what it looks like, your grey board, they all pop out really easily. You can pop these out. Use them for your mixed media, use them in your projects. I'm just going to pop that back on so you can see what you're actually getting in there. It does give you work texture, it gives you work depth as well, and that's what you really want. That takes a beginner into that advanced level. It's not just a standalone plain picture. It's now got the depth to it. It's now got it draws you in, and that's what you want with your card making. That's what you want. You want to be drawn in. So people are like, I love that. How did you do that? And they get up to it, it's tactile. These will do that. These will make it tactile. Also amazing stencils that you could use as well. Not only are you getting the grey board, you're also getting 4 sets of stamps that we've got in here as well. And these stamps are stunning. There's so much. Look at the little lilies that you've got in there. You've also got, I can't remember the names of these. Ballerinas, I used to call them as a kid, because they look like tiny ballerinas. Fuchsias. Little fuchsias, little ballerinas. They look like they've got little dresses on with little legs on. And you've also got as well, absolutely, there is so much you can do with them. You've got flowers in there as well, but then you can really go to town with them. Using some of your rice papers in there, using some of your chipboard that's in there, your grey board that's in there as well. But then the pièce de résistance, as it were, not only are you getting your stamps and you're getting your grey board, you're also getting watercolours in here. You are getting a full set of watercolours by StudioLight. Remember, StudioLight have been around for years. 18 colours is what you're getting. You're also getting your mixing tray that's in here, and 2 water brushes as well. Now you go out and do your own research on how much a decent set of watercolours would cost you, with a mixing tray as well and 2 water brushes. I can tell you, you wouldn't get much change for a decent set out of 25, 30 quid. I know this because it was one of those skills I was trying to learn, but then I got scared and I didn't know what to go for. With this, it's StudioLight. You'll know what you're buying, but not only are you getting the watercolours, you're also getting the watercolour pens as well. Dual tips, so you've got that bullet end and you've also got the chisel end as well. Also in there, you've got all the colours that you need that go with the flowers, with the stamps. The watercolours in there, the blacks in there, the greens in there, the sort of the muddy, watery browns are in there as well. This is also on FlexiPay, £24.73. That's if you're a Freedom member. If you are not a Freedom member, it's sort of a why not deal. It's worth to become a Freedom member. £27.48. I did a little bit of maths before the show. If you go for your one-day special, let's go for your Freedom member first. If you're a Freedom member, you go for your one-day special and you go for the entire bundle, it will be £79.45, which will be £39.72 today. £39.72 today, and you can get this entire collection. Not Lou at the end. You can't get Lou. If you're not a Freedom member, you can get the entire collection again for £42.47 today. £42.47 on the first flex fee plus your postage and packaging. The next one in a month's time. It is an amazing deal that you are getting down the counter, including that one-day special as well. Are we moving on to the rice papers? Let's go to the rice papers. Remember, we're in a 2-hour show. So stay around for the second hour as well. We want to see more demos from Lou. If you've got any questions, please do email in. Craft related, please, not how to make spaghetti bolognese. Or your washing machine has gone kaput and you don't really know what's wrong with it. Your drum's not spinning. Lou won't be able to help you. But your rice papers already, Ross, how many of the rice papers? Over a third. Over a third, and we're 44 minutes in to 1 of 2 hours. These are the papers that you're getting. You saw Lou use the tiniest amount A little goes a long way with your rice papers. £14.99. 12 sheets is what you're getting in total. A4 as well, so they're big old rice papers to use small elements in if you want to. You can see you've got the colour charts on there as well. So if you want to know what colours you're going to, you know these colours at the bottom will work with the other papers that you've got. So you can really mix and match them, and they're on every sheet as well, so you can really use your colours if you want to go there. 361868 is your item number. £14.99. 12 by 12, I don't know why I brought my glasses down with me. 12 by 12 is what we've got next. These are stunning. Work well with the rice papers, works well with your one-day special, and also that big bundle as well. Stunning designs that's in here that you can see. I've not got all of them behind the counter, but you've got beautiful ones like these leaves. Where are them leaves? Look at that for a 12 by 12. That in a frame, once again, on its own would be stunning, but, oh, now we're talking. They are double-sided. So you've got sort of the leopard in there. You've also got the zebra and the cheetah spots are in there as well. £9.99. 440712 is your item number. 12 by 12. They're 12 by 12 as well. Some big designs. But then as I said, you've got designs like this. You put a silhouette on the bottom of there. It's like a dreamlike state. If you like the film Peter Pan, it reminds me of they're flying to Neverland through the clouds just before they hit the Pirate's Rock, the Pirate's Cave. It reminds me of that sort of thing. Put this in a box frame with a few fairy lights behind so it just twinkles like the night sky. There's so much you could do with the 12 by 12 paper because you've got that area to use. And you're getting all of these. You're getting 12 sheets for £9.99. 440712 is your item number for your 12 by 12s. Shimmying on down, last but no means least, die-cut blocks. Which one did we do last time? This one, so I think we'll do this one this time. These are all pre-scored. They're all pre-cut out for you as well. And it also gives you a handy hint. So if you're first into card making, you've never made it before, the top corner just up here, this is what the card, you might want the card to look like, because all of this is all on this sheet. So you've got all those succulents, you've got all those elements, and they all pop out. They've all been pre-cut. All you have to do is take a little knife and pop them out. They've all been done for you. So all you have to do is mat and layer them up. This is your denim Saturday that we're looking at the moment. You get both of these and industrial 3.0 as well. There is so much on these pages that you are getting. You could make so many cards out of these time and time again, and you're getting all this for £9.99. 779544 is your item number. We are very busy across the board for your one-day special. The easiest things to do is check out the website. Jump to the website, everything's on there for you. Also, all the different bundles for that bundle I was talking about, because you can get like the chipboard and the stamps if you want. You can get, there's so many combinations. You can get the paints on their own. You can get the pens on their own if you want them on their own as well. All your rice papers, but there is that £54.96 one is the one to go for. If you want everything, that and your one-day special is an amazing price. $14.99 for your rice papers, $9.99 for your 12 by 12s. We're now back with our lovely Lou.
Right, I'm going to finish this. I was die cutting before. Oh, I thought I was doing a bit of rapping then. I was die cutting, and you know when you had the block on wrong and it was off the end and all that. Anyway, it all went Pete Tong, but it was brilliant because I just thought I'm not wasting this because this works perfectly as a decoupage. So what I've done is I've got a bit here. I mean, I can use this, but I don't particularly want to use that. I want to show you this bit. Oh no, I could do. So basically, you just get your glue on. You can use whatever glue you've got. She says, you're supposed to put these back on like that, and then they don't get bunged up. So do as I say and not as I do. Anyway, there's a little bit of glue on there. I just want to show you how clever they look. And keep all the extra bits that have come out.
We've had a question
Yes.
about the rice papers.
Yep.
What glue was you using?
The rice paper glue.
Rice paper glue.
Yeah, it is the Stamperia one.
We'll have a little look for you. We don't know if we have it on the website at the moment. It's not the one that Lou's using at the moment, though. That's our deal of the day glue. I wouldn't use that one because it's grippy in it, so it really does grip and hold.
It will. I mean, it'll glue it down, but it's like Adam said. You're probably best to have water it down like that because it is really, really strong. But I mean, normal PVA will do it. Normal PVA will do out like that. So what I've done is stuck my finger in that, but never mind. I've just put that on there just so because I wanted to show you that we don't just have to have them like this. We can have them in, that's what it die cuts like, but we don't have to have it like that. It works well as a little sort of extra bit.
Yeah, it does.
So again, you sanding block, and I'm going to take this colour down now because what I am really conscious of doing is every time I come along and I have a one-day special, and all I seem to do is just add a few pictures. You didn't see me do that. Add a few pictures together, stick a bit of, and I thought, let's change it up. Let's really go for it because I am conscious that if I'm getting bored, then I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just changing what we've got and making something else with it, yeah. So I'm just going to edge it a tiny bit and take a little bit of this newness off it. It's not something that I want it to sort of be. Your eye goes straight to that, and I don't want that. I want it to be sort of more in the background.
This has come up well now, though. Look at this, where it's all raised. And
yeah, it starts to bubble with the water. It'll lift up a little bit, but that's what you want. So I've gone in with the vintage photo, and I'm going to go in now with the frayed burlap because this is a little bit more subtle, and it's got a little bit of the green in it. So what you can do, there's only me, isn't there? There's only me who could do that.
Square block with a circle.
There's only me, isn't there? Right, so I've got a little bit of that on. So it's starting. Can you see how it's starting to
absorb into the background?
And then what I can do is get a little bit of my my green again, but it's all about texture and adding different layers to it. Now, nearly picked wrong one then. Tut. So anyway, doesn't matter if you do, because all these greens work well together, and just add a little bit of the green with it. And every time you add a little bit of water, allow it to sort of drop into the little sections, and you'll get
Look at that.
a fantastic sort of result. Anyway, leave that to dry. And that's another bit. So I've got the inny-outy bits. These are the bits that have dropped out of it.
Oh, okay.
And I've got a bit of text, and I've got this. So what I thought was the bit that we've chopped out here, what I'm going to do is just stamp on here. Very gentle. You can use anything you want, but I'm going to use, I'll try two, just in case one goes wrong. In case one goes wrong, I've got a backup plan, she says. And I think I'll go with vintage photo. So, right, I need to make sure, right, which way is that? Count your blessing. Oh, see what I mean? This is, you know what happened?
What?
Who's been here with embossing powder?
Oh, you've been embossed.
It's flaky. It's all over the place now. Right, I'm just going to shove that on there. Count your blessings. Well, I can't do that. It looks terrible. That's disgraceful with it. Come on. I know you're not a blooming stamper, but that's ridiculous. Right, that's better. Right, and then I've got another one here, it may be the fact that I'm using a 6-foot block doesn't help.
For the smallest centimetre.
It's like having
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, it's like having a postage stamp, isn't it, on a massive envelope. Right, wherever you are, you will always be in my heart. Oh, that's a bit stopper. Nice though. Right, so
we've had an email in from Anne.
Hi, Anne.
Good evening, Anne.
Hello.
She says, I've bought a couple of the StudioLight books and they're brilliant.
Good.
Wow, what value.
They are good. Yeah, thank you for that.
All my love, Anne.
Thank you. And do you know what? It
Oh, we've
means...
had another one from Eileen.
Oh, I'm
Lou,
not paying.
You're such an inspirational and unique crafter.
Unique.
Your passion is motivating, and I love your demos and, of course, your Mancunian humour.
Get in. Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that.
That was from our Eileen.
It's... Come on, Eileen. No,
Oh, how
sorry.
many times I wouldn't have heard that? Bless
Oh, I know it's... I usually get... Oh, she's with us, she's with us. And I'm like, if someone else says that, I'm going to poke them in the eye.
That's why I now wear glasses.
Well, yeah, Janice does it. Janice does it. Do you know, it's not wrong that, but I don't care. But I'm thinking I could have that there like that, or I could have the square one. I'm going to cut them both out. Now, you don't have to have a sentiment here. No, I'm not. Don't try that, Louise. Don't try that. You don't have to have a sentiment. You could have any image you want there. You don't have to. I'm just showing you that all the little bits, instead of using them as you would, you just sort of change it up a little bit. And this is going to be like your fringe, this. When your mum cuts your fringe shorter and shorter and shorter.
Just gets...
Yeah, you get that tiny little bit. Now, you see, quite like that. Then I've got a bit of text. Now, I was at a workshop on Saturday, doing my workshop, right, and I was give everybody a couple of pieces of this. Jane Telford, you naughty woman. So I'll give them all a bit of text paper. Do you know what they spent half an hour? I had to tell them all off.
What, they were reading, what text?
Yeah, they were trying to find dirty words.
What book of... What page did you
It
give?
was a Western. A Western? I'm telling you, they need to get out more if that's invigorating.
Looking for naughty words.
There's no pictures in it either. But yeah, so yeah. And they were laughing their head off. And they were like, I had to bring him back to order. Yeah, I had to say, right, come on now. Come on.
Back to the project in hand.
Come on now, get on with this. Right, what were you in it? And then they went, in corner.
I need to quickly show you your one-day special. We are very busy across the board on your one-day special. £29.99, dispatching on the 16th. 321708. Pop in your baskets. There's so much more to see. Don't you go anywhere.